Hi and welcome to this tutorial. This tutorial will be going through how to create a token on the EOS network. So my name is Peter Okwara from EOS Nairobi, and I will be walking you through this. So if I may share my screen. Yes. So the tutorial is from Item Network. It's on how to create an EOS token. So we'll be going through most of these steps. Over here, we also have a gist. This is for setting up your Docker environment using Docker Compose, which you'll be using. So basically, it's a Docker Compose file. So it tells us to run this Node.js daemon with these parameters. And you have the KOSD, which tells us to run the wallet. KOSD meaning keys EOS daemon, and Node.js meaning node EOS daemon. Okay, so the first thing we do is we go into whichever directory you want, really. We're gonna make a directory for tokens in this case. I'm gonna enter the directory, and then using my favorite editor, just do code to run VS Code. So automatically it launches. So the first thing you need to do is you need to create a new file known as docker compose.yml file. And inside this file, we are going to add the gist that we were just looking at, which is this. So just copy it and paste it inside this folder. This file. Then you save the file as a docker compose.yml file. Then to run a Docker instance, you have to make sure we're inside that folder. And you just run sudo docker compose app, press enter, and give it some time. So it's starting Node.js daemon, KS daemon, and we have our node running. There it says Node.js, and we're seeing EOS.io is producing blocks. A couple of things to note: if you have errors launching your node, mostly it says so some errors. It says it's saying the container is already being used. So what you normally do is, let me just zoom in. When it says the container is already being used, you just list the containers that are there, which is sudo docker ps-a. So these are the containers that already exist. And then you just remove the containers by saying sudo docker remove, and then the ID of the container. So let's say if it's this ID, you just copy and paste it there and run, then copy, then paste it there, and then run. So at the moment, I don't have this problem, so I won't actually remove any Docker containers. So yeah, basically that. So we have a node running, a quick way to have a node running. So let's say this is a tutorial we're going through. So first thing, we need to create a new account, and the new account seems to be called we need an EOS.io.token account. Let me just zoom in. We need an EOS.io.token account, and we need to set the contract for EOS.io.token. Then what else do we need to do? Yes, once we set that, I think we need also to create another user called known as user1. So we are going to create let's create 3 users. Yeah, let's create 3 users. So let me just go back here and then just create a file known as passwords, just to keep track of the keys and basically I want to keep track of the keys that I make and also the passwords that I input. So just to remind myself, I'm gonna go back to an old tutorial, which is by EOS 9 cut, just to refresh some of the things. So as it loads, so one of the things I remember is we needed to create an alias for CLIOS. CLIOS meaning command line EOS. So the command for creating the alias was actually this: alias CLIOS is equals to docker exec minus it this. So with a slight variation. So I'll just open a new terminal, just zoom in a bit. I think I should write all these gists somewhere. I think I'll add them to GitHub. Okay, so go to documents, we go to projects and into the tokens folder, tokens. Then once inside here, we want to create an alias. So I'll just paste it here. And then with one slight variation. So over here, I'm just gonna write sudo docker exec minus I, like that, minus u, like that. And I press enter, and I'm gonna type alias. We've already created that alias, which is over here. So, yay, hooray, that's good to go. Then confirm that it's working. Let's just try CLIOS get info. Get information about the node we are running. So when we run that, we get some information about the server, the chain ID, the head block. That confirms us that CLIOS is running. Okay, so we're good. So we need 3 accounts. We need a EOSIO.token account, and account for Peter, we need account for Paul, and we need account for James. We'll have these 3 accounts, and these 3 accounts will need to have keys. So just create keys for them. CLIOS, how do you create keys? CLIOS create key. Yes. So I'll give these keys to, so SIO.token account, then create another pair of keys for these other guys who are Peter. You need to create some keys for Peter, and for Paul, we'll create some keys. And we'll create some keys for James. So use that key. Yes, so now we have keys for everyone. Next thing, we need to create a wallet. So just clear CLIOS create wallet. CLIOS wallet create, and it will create a default wallet with that password. So I just need to copy the password, and then down here I say default .wallet password. Then I just copy paste the password. Yeah. So need to import the keys for all these guys so that you don't get some errors along the way. So CLIOS wallet import. CLIOS wallet import. Yeah. CLIOS wallet import, then it specifies the private key. So I'm just gonna copy this, paste it here, enter. We have imported that private key. Copy this private key. Remove that, paste, enter. We have imported that private key. Let's copy this. Then and import a private key, enter. We have created that private key. And just gonna copy that. Import, paste the private key. We have imported that private key. Yes, and I think you have imported all the 3 keys. How many keys? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 keys. You can check by doing Cleo's wallet list. No, Cleo's wallet keys. Keys. And we see we have 4 keys inserted. Now we need to create accounts. How do you create accounts? Cleo's wallet create. No, sorry. We already have our wallet created. Cleo's create. In under create, you have create account. Cleo's create account. So account. And you're supposed to specify some parameters. So one of them is the creator. You need to specify the creator. In our case, it will be EOS.io. The name of the account. So we have EOS.io.token as one of the names. The other one is Peter as one of the names. The other one is Paul, and the other one is James. The owner key, you're gonna use the owner key. Yeah, owner key, we're gonna use the public keys. So we're gonna use the public keys which start with EOS 6A, which basically normally start with EOS. So to do that, this is what we are going to do. Create account, then EOS.io, then EOS.io.token, then public key. Just paste it there, press enter. Yeah, sometimes it brings this problem, and Cleo's wallet import. And let me see, -p EOS.io. Let's see. Let me just check something. Yeah, when it brings this problem, normally you have to import the EOS.io's key for some weird reason. So Cleo's wallet import. For EOS.io's key, I have it somewhere. I'll add the link in the description. But for now, I'll just get it from my repo. So quickly, I'll just go repositories. Just go here. The key is normally this one. I'll post the link. Okay, I'll just add it to the gist. Just add it at the top. Yes, it's public, it's private keys that. So sometimes you need to import that private key into the wallet. So I'll just copy, paste it here, enter, imported. Then I'm gonna try the command we're running, which was Cleo's create account EOS.io.token. You need to create an EOS.io.token account. Press enter. It says assert exception, failed with error. Run it again. Account name already exists. This meaning that it has already created the account. To verify that, you can say Cleo's get account EOS.io.token, which is there. There is the account. Gonna quickly get this as accounts. Cleo's create account Peter with no permissions. The one person creating is EOS.io, and account you need is Peter, and we need a key for that, which is a public key. So paste, enter. Yes, new account creator, your name Peter. It has created an account. Need to create this account for Paul. So swiftly clears create account Paul. No, EOS.io is creating the account for Paul, and the key is that. Yes, swiftly you have created another account. Then you need to create an account for James. So Leos create account James. EOS.io James. Then just paste, enter, create an account. So we have all those accounts. Just to verify, Cleos get account. James, we have the account. Paul, we have the account information. Peter, we have the account information, and EOS.io.token, we have the account information. If it was an existing account like EOS.io.t, of course it'll give us an error since you haven't created an account in that name. Yeah, so yeah, we have all the accounts ready. So we need to set, there's a contract for what is known as there's a your side of token contract. The token contract enables you to transfer tokens from one person to another. And the contract is normally under the Node.js data volume, under blocks, then under contracts. Then over here we have the EOS.io token contract. And we will have a look at the, C. Okay, it seems it's not here. The other way we can have a look at the contract is by going to developers.eos.io. No, the GitHub. github.com/eosio/EOS. Then we go under the contracts folder and do EOS.io.token contracts. And you go to the C++ file. You can zoom in. So the contract, first of all, has several actions. One of them is create, the other one is issue, and the other one is transfer. So the most obvious, and the other one is contract balance, and the other one is add balance. Yes, we have this information. So I'll start with the most common one. Most common use is when you're transferring tokens, you use the EOS.io.token transfer, where you have to specify the person you're transferring from and to, and you have to say the quantity, and you have to say you can have an added memo saying, like, for example, thank you for your services, or something along that line. EOS.io.create is used to create the token that you want. So takes in the account name, person who is issuing the tokens, and you have to specify the asset and also the maximum supply. So the asset could be SYS, could be EOS, could be PVT, KVT, DAC, could be anything. Then you specify the maximum supply. And the maximum, you can see over here, maximum supply should be greater than 0. And yeah, symbol name should be valid. Yeah, these are some of the requirements. When you see EOS.io.assert, those are error messages. Over here, if it's already existing, if the token is already existing, give this guy an error. You go to the issue one, you can see some assert message like invalid symbol name or memo is more than 256 bytes. So apparently the memo has to be within 256 bytes. And how that is checked is through memo.site. you can see a start message. Yeah, you cannot create a token before, like you cannot issue a token that has not been created. So this is just a check for that. Over here, you have checks for quantity, and the quantity must be a positive value. These are checks. You have a check for precision, and you have a check for, it checks the maximum supply of the tokens you created, and if it's more than that, gives you an error. Then we have the token transfer. Of course, there are certain messages you cannot transfer to yourself. Cannot transfer to an account that exists. Then you say recipient, require recipient from, require recipient to. Just be valid quantity, must transfer a positive value, symbol with precision mismatch, memo has more than 56 bytes. Then there's that subtract balance from and add balance to. Yeah. Then we have sub balance. Yeah. And then we have add balance. So sub balance is apparently this function, which is called inside here, which is basically you want to subtract the balance from the person who's sending the tokens, and you have to add the balance with someone who's receiving the token. And you can see over here there's a minus, meaning you minus the value. Yeah. Anything else? You can see over here they put a plus, meaning they're adding the balance. Over here they're doing a subtraction, meaning they're deducting the balance. So these two functions are called within here. Yeah, I think that's so far what you can deduce. But mostly be interacting with the issue, the create issue and transfer. These other two functions will be called within here, and they take in the property of the account name from, and the quantity, and the account name to, and the quantity, and then the account name from. Yeah. So yes, the ABI tells us that we are running, these are the functions that are exposed, which is create a token, issue tokens, and then transfer tokens. Okay. So let's just go to the next step. We need to load this compiled contract into the account. So fortunately, we have our contract is already compiled. You see, we have over here, it's already compiled. You see, we already have an ABI and our WASM file, meaning that it's already compiled. Because when you're compiling, you normally need a .wasm file and you normally need a .abi file. So we'll need to set the contract. So just remind myself how to do that. So the previous tutorials. Just like that. So I remember we needed to enter the Docker container, and then we could set the contract inside there, and then we deploy. So actually, let's try. So if we insert the Docker container under the opt, so we need to enter the Docker container. And how I do that is using this command, docker container exec -it kusd bash. So sudo docker container exec -it kusd bash. Yeah, we inside the Docker container. And we don't have access. Oh, we still have access to clears. We seem to have access to clears. So we can say where are the contracts? The contracts are under the CD. Oh, just say ls. We have the contract folder here. So we can try clear set contract. This is the command for setting the contract. So it expects the account name and the contract directory. So clear set contract, account name EOS.token. You want to load the contract into the EOS.token. Into the EOS.token contract, account. So we specify that, and then we specify the path, which is contracts EOS.token. Then press enter. So it says failed to connect Node.js at HTTP localhost 888 is Node.js running. Well, Node.js is running. I think the reason why it's bringing this error is because it's not seeing, the alias we set is for outside, so it's not seeing it inside. Oh, actually, the reason why it's because we haven't specified -u to specify where the Node.js is running, and the -- wallet URL to specify where the KUSD is running. That is the reason why it's failing. So when you say cleos -u, actually I just need an alias for this because it's quite tiresome doing that all the time. So I'm just using the previous alias and do some modifications to it. And let's see, clear. Modifications you're going to do is just paste, so we're going to remove, okay, the alias is clear, so we want it to run cleos like that. You want it to go into that folder, then specify -u for the Node.js daemon, and then specify malloc wallet URL, the KSD daemon. Press enter and say alias. The alias is set. Then let's see, clear set contract EOS.token. Contract / EOS.token. Enter. And yes, we have loaded the contract into the account. We can try again, because it will say the contract has already been published, or something like that. But this tells us that we have successfully loaded the contract into that account. Okay. I think at the end of the demo, we'll also just briefly compile the EOS.token smart contract if we get time. Okay, so the next step from here, we have done all this. Yes, so the next step is, yes, we just set the contract. I even forgot this flag, but we just set the contract. So token generation, we need to create some tokens. So we need to push an action. The action is directed to the EOS.token contract, which is in the EOS.token account, and the action is create. Remember over here, the actions we have is create, issue, and transfer. And now we want to create tokens. And when you're creating tokens, we take in the parameters, the account name of the issuer, and the asset, and the maximum supply. So when I just go back here, just bring this here. It's magic account. Yeah. So the issuer is EOS.io. The amount is that number of tokens. issuer, account name of the issuer, and then the asset, maximum supply. So when you're specifying the asset, you also have to specify the symbol. I think it's not easy to show there, but you have to specify the symbol. And then the permissions is from the EOS.token. So let's try and create a token known as SYS. So let's do it. Let's push action. Okay. So we actually have, we could create it inside here. Let's push action. Since we already have an alias. And we already have an alias, which is working well for us. Yeah, we can also use it outside, since outside we also set up an alias. So either way should work. So let's do it. Clears push action. Clears push action. EOS.token. Actually, you can just press enter. Then it tells us we expect the account name, the action, and the data. Clears push action. Account name EOS.token. The data. Oh, the action. No. Yeah. This is the account name. The action is create. Sorry, the action is create. Then the data. Data is just basically this. So, and we want EOSIO to issue. So that's why we are putting name EOSIO in the first place. Oh God. For the sake of clarity, I'll just exit. Just type some gibberish. I'll just exit because type in here, it will just bring all this gibberish. Just confirm if our alias is still there. Yeah, we still have our alias for Cleos. Okay. Cleos push action EOSIO.token. The action is create and data is that. So the issuer is EOSIO. We want that amount and we want the SIS tokens. Press enter. It fails because we have an extras error. So it seems to give us an error. Clears push action. EOSIO.token. Great. Clears push. Let's see if I add the permissions. Must be EOSIO. Okay, still gives us an extras error. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna check out this tutorial from Memcat. They had a similar tutorial for the token. So just checking this one out. It just says EOSIO and then 1000 SYS. What were we doing? It's mostly the same thing. If I just copy, just press enter. Clears push action EOSIO.token create that and that amount. Press enter. Okay, now it seems to work. I don't know why the previous commands are not working. Clears push action EOSIO.token create. Let me just copy it till here. You see what was wrong. Paste. So That one gave us an extras error, SOS. I think it's how it's structured. Could be how the command is structured. It seems the same. Or did you need to add 4 zeros? Okay, let's see if you needed to add 4 zeros. So let's add the 4th zero, then enter. So still gives me an error. So we'll just use this one for now. I'll add a link to this tutorial again. So the command again is clears push action. We want to direct to the EOS token account. The action is create USIO that amount of tokens. Then you need to specify the permissions -p, yes, which is USIO.token at active. USIO.token at active. Press enter. Transaction took too long. That means it has already been created. So again, if you try and execute the same transaction again, it should give us an error telling us like we already created that token. It should give us a token with symbol already exists. Let's see. Okay, now it has worked. If I try again, it just gives us a assert message, assertion failure. But ideally, it should tell us that the token with symbol already exists. But either way, we have already created that token. So yeah, we're in the green. Okay. So we're gonna try and issue these tokens to a user, and the user, okay. You can just issue this amount of tokens to the user. So I'll just clear. So the same command we were running, I need to change the action to, which is this. Instead of creating, we need to issue. So issue, and we specify the user. And the user, we want to issue it to someone who is known as Peter, which is me. So Peter, then we're gonna issue, let's say, a small amount of that, let's say 100. And the permissions, so the issuer, the last command was EOS.token. That was the issuer. And over here, the issuer in the first command the first command we ran was this. The issuer was EOSIO. And even over here, the issuer is EOSIO. So in this case, EOSIO is the only one who's permitted to issue those tokens. So again, in this command, I'll have to change from EOSIO.token to EOSIO. Then press enter. We have issued some tokens to Peter, quantity 100, and we don't have anything as the memo. And token transfer there. It gives us all this information. So we have successfully issued some tokens to Peter. Yay, okay. So let's get some balance of a new balance for Peter. So you can say clears get currency. Retrieve information related to standard currencies. So you need to specify the option is balance and then get currency balance. So you can get a balance from a contract and account or symbol. So we want it from an account known as Peter. And oh, sorry, the contract is EOS.token contract, and the account we want to get it from is Peter. Press enter. Peter has 100 SYS tokens. Okay, which we have done. Then we can transfer these tokens. Let's say I want to transfer it from Peter to Paul. So it will be the same command, clears push action. And the action is from the contract ESI, the token. The action is transfer from, now here is the complexity. Yes, I have to wrap. Okay, or I can use this. Where it is. Okay. Just checking from here how they transfer. Just want to see the JSON format. So I'm transferring tokens from my account, which is Peter, to another account, which is James. So I'll just do comma there. Do you want to transfer to James? Let's transfer to Paul. To Paul, and the amount is, let's say, 10 SYS tokens. You can specify a memo. I am your master. Let's try that. And the permission, you need Peter's permissions to send this token. So Peter active. Press enter. We have transferred tokens from Peter to Paul. Quantity 10 SYS. The memo is I am your master. We have successfully transferred tokens. Okay, so to get balance as shown over here, we want to check Paul's balance. So to get Paul's balance is clears get currency balance EOS.token from Paul. So Paul has 10 SYS tokens and Peter should have from 190. Yes, 90 SYS tokens. So that is how you create and share your tokens. You can still send the tokens from, let's try and send the tokens from, let's say 5 tokens from Paul to James. So if I'm sending 5 tokens from Paul to James, just go back here. So the tokens are from Paul to now James. And the amount we want to transfer, let's say, is 2 SYS tokens. And let's say today is a lucky day. Today is your lucky day. And then the permissions, we want Paul's permission to send these tokens. Press enter. We have transferred tokens from Paul to James. So I expect Paul to have 8 tokens left and James to have 2 tokens. So when I say clears get currency, see balance, your SIO token, then Paul, he has 8 tokens and James will have 2. So when I type James, he'll have 2 tokens. Yeah, so we have created and transferred some tokens. So let's get another token. Yeah, let's get another token. Yeah, let's get another token. Let's now call it now KVT. So back to the format. not so good with formats. But anyway, it's clears push action, your side of token create. We need the issuer, will make the issuer become your SIO. We're gonna create, let's say, less of this, and then you're gonna say KVT, name of the token. For now, so clears push action, your SIO.token, create a token. Yeah, now here's where complexity comes in. So quotes, comma, quotes. So the issuer is going to be EOS IO, and the amount of tokens will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. KVT. KVT tokens. You can name your token any symbol. You can even say BTC. Actually, create another token called BTC just for fun. And the permission to do this is from eosio.token at active. Yes, so we have created a new token known as KVT. You can see success message. You're just going to create one called BTC. BTC. And you also created another token known as BTC. So when I say Cleos get currency balance EOSIO dot token dot token the account name EOSIO. Okay, doesn't do anything. But anyway, the issuer is EOSIO. Let's get currency balance EOSIO token. Okay, anyway, it doesn't work. So let's transfer some BTC to James. Let's transfer some BTC to James. So clears push action. Clears push action. Your SIO.token. You need to we created, so wait, from after you create a token you need to issue. I think that's why it was failing. You need to issue. And issue, you need to specify the issuer, the amount, and the memo. I think that's what it was failing. Issue. So inside here, quotes, comma, quotes, comma, quotes. To issue it to your SIO. The amount is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. BTC. Memo is free BTC. Oh, permissions. Minus P. Need to specify the issuer, which is ESIO.active. ESI at active. Active means the active key. So we have issued some BTC to this guy EOSIO. Let's just issue some KV2, the same KV2 we made to him. Yes, then when I say, yeah, the way it says, yeah, okay, I needed to change the memo, but anyway. When you say, yeah, EOSIO token, EOSIO, you have yay, that amount of BTC and that amount of KBT. And we can transfer again, EOS push action, push action transfer, no, EOS token. I think it's the person transferring, which is EOS. And then you need to specify EOS minus P, EOS need EOS permission. Active. EOS then you need to specify transfer. To the account name. You want to transfer someone to James, and the amount is 100 BTC. And then the memo is James. Hello there. You could put anything as a memo. Press enter, it executes, meaning you have transferred some of that BTC to James. We can check the balance, which is EOS get currency balance, EOS token. The EOS balance, you see it has reduced to 999990 BTC, and James balance, James now has 100 BTC and 2 SYS tokens, which is great. What else can we do? Let's, for the last thing you're gonna do is gonna transfer some KVT to Paul. Let's just transfer some KVT to Paul. So again, it's EOS push action, EOS token transfer from EOS to Paul, and you need to transfer some of that KVT. And Paul, hello there. Then when he gets the balance for Paul, he has some 1000 KBT, and for EOS it will have reduced. Yeah, which is great. The last thing I would like to show just quickly is just compiling the EOS token smart contract. And yes, we're going to compile it and just run it. Actually, we're just going to compile it for now. So how do we do that? Because of time, we'll just compile. So the smart contract is here. So the contract is here on GitHub. I'm just gonna do this really quickly. This is the whole contract, so we're just gonna copy it. Then in here, sorry about that. Need to create a folder. Actually, I just use the terminal. mkdir token folder, cd into token. I have to token folder, token, paste, touch token.cpp, tokens.cpp. We have created that file here. Just copy the code and save it. We also need the header file. So header file, basically it comes with our dependencies, which is here. And these are some of the dependencies it uses. So I'm just gonna show it raw, copy the content. You can just create a file here, token.hpp, then paste it there. Then from there, we'll move this token, we'll copy the token folder to the KOSD data volume. cp -r token let's take a step back. cp -r the token folder to KOSD data volume. Okay, sudo. So when you do that, just copied it there, and it will also appear inside our Docker container. And to enter a Docker container, it was sudo docker exec -it KOSD. Okay, it's refusing. The command is here. Docker container is sudo docker container exec. Yeah, now we are in. So the folder is in /cd opt EOS bin data dir. We have the token contact there, and we have EOS CPP. So it's basically be EOS CPP -o. Need to compile the it's token.cpp. We say token /token.wast. Okay, seems you have an error. Let's see if you do it. Okay, it seems you have some bit of errors. So I think for now we'll end it here. Then I think next time we're gonna try and compile these contracts and deploy them. Yes. Thank you for your time. Hope to see you later.